And we are live. You already know who it is. My name is Mike Kyle, aka the Fantasy Vulture. I have over a decade worth of fantasy football experience, and I've continuously competed for fantasy championships over the course of the past 6 seasons. Let's make it 7 in 2020. But enough of me. I'm here for you. On today's episode of the FB Show, we are continuing our Week 1 game previews, breaking down every single game, all through the lens of fantasy football. Today we are going to talk about the New York Jets versus the Buffalo Bills, a AFC East divisional game. Alright, before we get started with that though, a few quick things. First off, follow me on all social media platforms, at FFVulture, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, primarily Twitter. I'm telling you, the conversations, the interactions, the DMs over there have been so much fun. Also, before we get started, be sure to smash that subscribe button like a power running back up the middle, Derrick Henry style. Also, hit that like button down below like an open receiver downfield like your Patrick Mahomes. And finally, the website, ffvulture.com. Everything is being ported over there. If you miss anything, it's like the website looks really nice. Gotta be honest, I really like it. Alright, let's dive right in. Jets, Bills, let's roll. The over-under for this game, I believe, is the lowest of the week at 39.5 points. Let's talk some game notes, some storylines here. Is this the Bills' year? Are they going to win the division? I think they're the front runners. I think they are the front runners to do so. But as always with the Bills, are they actually going to be able to piece it together? They do have the weapons and the team to do so. Like, the way that this team is constructed, it's actually really, really nice, and I'm excited to see what they do in 2020. Another question that I have is, what does Josh Allen's progression look like? Are we going to see him take the next step? We saw glimpses of it last year, but even still, there was still some to be desired there, and I'm really excited to see what he does with Stefan Diggs and having a true number one option in Buffalo. On the other side, with the New York Jets, Sam Darnold, what does he look like? This is the team again. Throughout all of Sam Darnold's career, they don't have a whole lot of receiving options. Chris Herndon is back. He's healthy. Jamison Crowder, another year in that offense. Brashad Perryman, they brought in from Tampa this offseason as a free agent. They draft Denzel Mims. This offensive line, they really just made it a whole lot better this offseason, especially with Mekhi Becton, their first-round pick. So what does Darnold look like? And even still, it's not like he is put in the best position to succeed because he still doesn't have that true number one option on the outside right now. So what does Darnold look like? Is Adam Gase going to hold him back? A lot of talk about Adam Gase, obviously, in the fantasy community because of what players do once they leave his presence. So there is some question marks around Sam Darnold, but not even just for fantasy purposes, but just for what do the Jets do next season when Sam Darnold is in? Is next year the contract year, or is that when the contract is up? So there are going to be decisions that have to be made, regarding the future of Sam Darnold and his career in New York. Some injury notes here. Denzel Mims has been ruled out with a hamstring injury. He practiced on Thursday and then did not practice Friday. He has been ruled out since. And Brashad Perryman is officially off of the injury report with that knee injury. He's up, he's active, he's ready to play. Let's go down into some start-sits. Auto starts for the Jets. I think you're starting Leveon Bell. The way that this Bills defense is designed specifically is that they are going to shut down your receiving options but let you run through them a little bit. They were actually pretty bad against the run last season. So I do start Leveon Bell, especially because if this game goes sideways for the Jets, he's still going to be the primary pass-catching running back, so he's great for PPR value there. And I do think the hate for Leveon Bell has gone too far. I saw a tweet the other day that Leveon Bell was drafted in the 9th round. What are we doing here? Please, I understand that there are some concerns, and I've even been asked by a few people, are you worried about Le'Veon? And the answer is no. Is there some hesitancy? Maybe, kind of, sort of. But all in all, Le'Veon Bell is still going to get the ball 230 times this season. He's going to be the pass-catching running back, and he's going to be fine for fantasy purposes, just like he was last season, just a little bit underperforming last year. He's going to bounce back in a big way in 2020. Buffalo auto starts Josh Allen. I'm actually going to add Stefan Diggs to this as well. I only have Josh Allen listed, but as I was going through this game just a little bit further after I already finalized my notes. Stefan Diggs, like, whoa, boy. This Jets defense is not going to be great this season. They traded away Jamal Adams, and C.J. Mosley opted out due to COVID concerns. So that is two key pieces on this defense just gone through thin air. I think there's a really good chance that Stefan Diggs has a blow-up game in his first game as a member of the Buffalo Bills, and as a result, and just kind of along that same line, like that's the reason why I am so high on Josh Allen this week as well, because there's a chance that Josh Allen absolutely torches this Jets defense. If you need a safe flex option, start Jamison Crowder. Please, just do it. This isn't hard. This isn't rocket science. We saw this all throughout the season last year. Jamison Crowder is Sam Darnold's safety blanket. And what happens when he, as in Sam Darnold, has had limited practice time with Brashad Perryman, with Chris Herndon coming off of the injury? All the targets are, again, going to funnel to Jamison Crowder. And in a PPR play, he is the guy you want to start, especially because if this game, again, goes sideways and downhill for the Jets pretty quickly, Jamison Crowder is going to see a lot of work in the second half. So please start Jamison Crowder. I don't know why you wouldn't if you do need that safe PPR floor play. Some questions that I have regarding some players in this game, specifically the Buffalo Bills running backs. I want to know what the snap counts look like for Zack Moss and Devin Singletary. What's that split going to be? Where are Zack Moss's touches and carries coming from? Are they utilizing him all over the field? Who is getting the receiving work? Because there has been a lot of buzz around Zack Moss and his pass catching ability. In college, he caught 29 passes on 29 targets. He was really efficient in the passing game. Is he going to get that Frank Gore goal line work? There's just a lot of questions that I have about this Buffalo Bills backfield, and I hope that they are answered in Week 1. Next, again, I want to touch on it again, Stefan Diggs. I really want to know what he looks like with Josh Allen. Josh Allen is a guy who oftentimes airs it out deep. Is it the most accurate deep ball? No, but he has shown the willingness to do it. And Diggs, we know what Diggs can do. We've seen it. Top 15 fantasy wide receiver. I really want to know what Diggs looks like as the clear-cut number one option. We talked about Adam Thielen in the Vikings preview as the clear-cut number one. The same thing goes for Stefan Diggs now in Buffalo. I think that's it, though. I think we just covered everything that I needed to for this game in less than 8 minutes. Let's go. I got 9 more of these to record. I'm getting exhausted. I've been going for like an hour and a half now. It doesn't seem like the end is. It doesn't feel like that the end is in sight. But I love doing this. So thank you so much for watching the Jets and Bills Week 1 preview. If you enjoyed, be sure to hit that like button again and smash that subscribe button so that you never miss a video from me. The fantasy content we are pouring out throughout the season. I feel like every single day I come up with a new idea or a new content idea, a new video strategy that I want to implement. So it's basically nonstop for me, despite the fact that I'm still working 45 to 50 hours a week. It's fine. Everything's okay. Football's back, though, and that makes me very, very happy. Again, you can follow me on all social media platforms at FFVulture, and the website is ffvulture.com. If you're listening to the podcast, thank you, and be sure to leave us a review wherever you are listening. It would be greatly appreciated. Last but not least, people come and go, but fantasy championships are forever. I will see you in the next video. Later.